Hello and welcome to another intonation practice. Today, let's focus on need to and have to. In English, we say need to or have to whenever we must do something important. For example, I need to buy food. Why? Because if I don't buy food, I'll be hungry. I have to study for my test. Why? Because if I don't study, I won't pass. We do not always say need to or have to the way it is written. Actually, you may have already heard me say it how we usually say it. Look at the following phrases and say them out loud. How do you think we say them in English? We need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. He'll have to go home early after school. He'll have to go home early after school. He'll have to go home early after school. Did you need to buy another book? Did you need to buy another book? Did you need to buy another book? That one's kind of difficult, right? Notice that instead of saying need to or have to, we say needa, needta, or have-to. Remember in English that verbs for he, she, and it have an S. For example, I play the piano becomes he plays the piano. I run becomes she runs. So look at the following phrases and try saying them out loud. How do you think we say them? She needs to go back home. She needs to go back home. She needs to go back home. It needs to have 3 batteries to work properly. It needs to have 3 batteries to work properly. It needs to have 3 batteries to work properly. She has to study for 3 hours on Tuesdays. She has to study for 3 hours on Tuesdays. She has to study for 3 hours on Tuesdays. He never has to clean up after himself. He never has to clean up after himself. He never has to clean up after himself. Please remember, do not stress these words. For example, do not say he never has to clean up after himself. I have to look at my notes. I have to. Heard that? Try to connect these phrases with the rest of the sentence. For example, he never has to clean up after himself. He never has to clean up after himself. She has to study for 3 hours on Tuesdays, not she has to study for 3 hours on Tuesdays. No. Try to connect the full sentence. She has to study for. She has to study for. He never has to. He never has to, okay? Do you hear the difference? I hope you enjoyed this intonation practice. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section below. See you next time. Bye.